Episode 119, Hangover, a Comical Aftermath.
So, let's talk about the funny side of dealing with a hangover. The infamous morning after experience. It's like a roller coaster ride, except you didn't buy a ticket, and you definitely didn't sign up for it. Now, picture this: you wake up feeling like a potato that just survived an epic battle with a blender. Your head is pounding like a construction site, and your mouth feels drier than the Sahara Desert. Congratulations, my friend, you've got yourself a hangover. I've had my fair share of these experiences, and I must say, hangovers are like uninvited guests who refuse to leave. They just keep reminding you, hey, remember last night? Yeah, you did that, genius. But hey, let's find the humor in this wretched state of being, shall we? First, there's the walk of shame to the kitchen, where you attempt to summon all your strength to make a cure-all breakfast. But here's the catch: you can barely even crack an egg without feeling like you're about to give birth to a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Cooking during a hangover is like trying to play piano with boxing gloves on. It's a messy symphony, my friends. And then, let's not forget the feeling of getting personally victimized by sunlight. You open the curtains, and it feels like 1,000 tiny ninjas are throwing darts at your eyeballs. Daylight becomes your arch nemesis, and sunglasses become your best friend. You start wondering, why is the world so bright? Did someone turn up the brightness setting on life? But the most entertaining part is trying to piece together the events of the previous night. It's like being a detective investigating a crime scene, except the only evidence you have is a trail of empty pizza boxes and a single shoe that definitely doesn't belong to you. You turn into Sherlock Holmes, or should I say Sherlock Holmes? Because your brain is playing hide and seek with memories, and it's definitely not playing fair. But you know what? Despite the headaches and the regret, there's a strange camaraderie that comes with a hangover. You gather around with your friends, who are equally suffering, and you share stories of the night before. You laugh, you cringe, and you promise each other, never again. Until the next time. So, my fellow hangover survivors, let's raise our glasses, water, of course, to the hilarity of those post-party mornings. May we find solace in the fact that no matter how rough the night may have been, we can always find something to laugh about. And if all else fails, just remember, hair of the dog, my friend. Hair of the dog. Thank you. You've been a fantastic audience. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and don't forget to laugh, even when life throws you a hangover curveball. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. I gotta be honest with you, I woke up this morning with a bit of a hangover. And let me tell you, dealing with a hangover is like trying to juggle while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. It's a real balancing act, folks. First of all, why do we even call it a hangover? I mean, it's more like a why did I do that last night over. I'm pretty sure the word hangover was invented by someone who wanted to make us feel like we had committed a crime against our own bodies. Now, there are different stages of a hangover. The first stage is denial. You wake up and you're like, nah, I'm good, it's just a little headache. I'll be fine. But then reality kicks in, and you start bargaining with yourself. You promise the universe that if you survive this hangover, you'll never drink again. Yeah, right. We've all been there. Then comes the physical side of it. Your head feels like it's being used as a bongo drum in a heavy metal band. Your mouth is drier than the Sahara Desert. And your stomach is doing somersaults like it's training for the Olympics. It's like your body is punishing you for having a good time. But you know what's even worse? Trying to hide your hangover at work. I remember one time, I had to give a presentation to my boss and my head was pounding so loud, I thought I was going to accidentally project my thoughts onto the PowerPoint. And let's not even get started on the constant bathroom breaks just to splash water on your face, trying to look alive. And the best part is when someone at work asks, hey, did you have a good time last night? And you're like, yeah, it was great. The dance floor was my kingdom, and I was the ruler. Meanwhile, you're mentally preparing your escape route to the nearest bathroom to puke. But you know what? Hangovers teach us valuable life lessons. Like the importance of hydration. Seriously, water should have its own fan club. And don't even think about going for the greasy, fatty foods to cure your hangover. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Your stomach will revolt against you, and you'll end up with a hangover on top of your hangover. But hey, let's look on the bright side. Hangovers make for great stories. The moments of questionable decisions, dancing like nobody's watching, and that one friend who suddenly becomes an amateur philosopher after a few drinks. It's all part of the hangover experience, and we wouldn't trade it for the world. So, The next time you find yourself nursing a hangover, just remember, it's a temporary state of chaos. And someday, it will be a funny story to share with your friends. Embrace the hangover, folks, because laughter is the best medicine. Well, laughter and a bottle of water by your bedside. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the morning after warriors in the audience. We've all been there, waking up after a wild night out, feeling like we've been hit by a truckload of regrets. Yes, my friends, it's the funny side of dealing with a hangover. You know you're in for a treat when you wake up and the room is spinning faster than a carousel on steroids. It's like, hey, gravity, can you take a break today? I can't handle your pull right now. And don't even get me started on the pounding headache. It's as if there's a tiny construction crew in your brain, with jackhammers and cement mixers going full blast. But what's the first thing we do when we're dealing with a hangover? We check the damage in the mirror, and let me tell you, it's never a pretty sight. You've got that I just wrestled a bear and lost look going on. Your hair is a bird's nest, and you have that mysterious stain on your shirt that you're too afraid to investigate. It's like a CSI crime scene that you don't want to solve. Now, hydration is key when it comes to battling the hangover beast. But here's the thing, drinking water feels like swallowing shards of glass. It's like your throat is staging a rebellion, going, no, I won't let you replenish yourself. Suffer, you party animal. And let's not forget the dreaded dry mouth. It's as if someone has vacuum sealed your tongue overnight. You try to speak, and all that comes out is a croaky, mguro. Water. But you know what they say, hair of the dog that bit you. So you stumble into the kitchen, praying for a magical elixir that will make everything better. And there it is, staring at you from the fridge, cold pizza. It's not breakfast, it's not lunch, it's the universal hangover cure. Who needs vitamins and nutrients when you can have grease and carbs? It's like the holy grail of leftovers. And let's not forget the mental gymnastics we do to convince ourselves that we'll never drink again. We make promises to the universe, like, if I survive this, I'll be the healthiest person on earth. Kale smoothies and yoga every day. But fast forward to the next weekend, and we're back on the dance floor, screaming, I regret nothing. So, my fellow hangover survivors, let's raise a glass of water, very slowly, and toast to the battle scars we've earned. Because when life gives you lemons, make a vodka-infused lemonade and enjoy the hilariously painful journey of recovering from a night of questionable decisions. Cheers to the funny side of dealing with a hangover.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.